Today's story is about a mysterious disappearance that shook both the lives of those involved and the public. A man presumed dead for nearly a decade, only to resurface with no memory of his past. This is the story of Lawrence Bader, a man who vanished from Lake Erie, leaving behind questions that remain unanswered to this day. Join us as we dive into the strange case of a man with two names, a missing past, and the families left to piece together the truth. Chapter 1: The Vanishing. The wind off Lake Erie was cold that day, colder than it should have been, especially for late May. The waves were restless, crashing hard against the shore like something was brewing beneath them. And overhead, the sky sagged low, thick and gray, heavy with the promise of a storm. At the marina in Rocky River, Ohio, a few locals stood around, jackets pulled tight, eyes following a man stepping into a small 14-foot boat, alone, heading straight out into the churning water. His name? Lawrence Joseph Bader, a cookware salesman from Akron, tall, clean-cut, always smiling. The kind of guy who could light up a room with a joke or charm his way into a sale. People liked him, but lately he hadn't been doing so well. Behind the grin, things were falling apart. He was 30, married to a woman named Mary Lou, father of 3 kids with a 4th on the way, and broke. Thousands owed to the IRS, bills stacked high. His job selling pots and pans door to door wasn't cutting it. And so on a Friday afternoon, May 15, 1957, he told Mary Lou he just needed a little break, said he was going fishing, said he'd be back tomorrow. She watched him leave. At the marina, Bader rented the boat under his real name, paid a small deposit, left his car parked nearby. Fishing gear was still in the back seat, untouched, which was weird. Weirder still, he didn't bring any tackle on the boat, told the staff he was going fishing, but left everything behind. Out on the lake, the wind picked up, fast. The water turned violent. By nightfall, the storm was in full swing. The next day, they found the boat, empty, battered, banging against the rocks, the propeller wrecked. One oar floated nearby, but no sign of Bader. The Coast Guard searched. Boats swept the lake. Helicopters scanned the shoreline. Divers went into the water. Nothing. His body was never found. Mary Lou was devastated. The kids were too little to understand what was happening. The community hoped, at first. But after 5 years, that hope faded. Lawrence Bader was declared legally dead. A young widow mourned. A family moved forward. And the lake, it kept its silence. By all accounts, that should have been the end of the story. But then, 800 miles away in Omaha, Nebraska, a man with one eye and no past was starting over. New name, new life.